Good Shabbos, everyone. In 1946, Yeshurun merged with Beth to form Congregation Beth Yeshurun. And since that time, we have been blessed with world-class cantors. Cantors George Wagner, may he rest in peace, David Propus, and Meir Finkelstein. In 76 years, just 3 cantors. Isn't that amazing? I think it says a lot about our congregation and the cantors that we have chosen to bless us. Tonight, Cantor Rachel Goldman becomes the 4th cantor to serve our congregation. What a special and historic night this is for all of us who love Beth Yeshurun. You can always say you were here when Cantor Goldman led her first service. And let me take a moment just to remind all of us just how fortunate we are. Cantor Goldman served at Congregation Ner Tamid of South Bay in Rancho Palos Verdes, California, just south of Los Angeles, for the past 6 years. Prior to joining Congregation Ner Tamid, she served for over 8 years at Congregation Beit Teshuvah, a synagogue and full inpatient addiction rehabilitation center that incorporates Jewish teachings along with 12-step modules in clinical psychotherapy. A native of Los Angeles, she began her vocal training in the highly acclaimed Los Angeles Children's Chorus and had sung with the LA Opera just before reaching college. As a sought-after concert soloist, Cantor Goldman's voice has been heard in venues such as the Hollywood Ford Theater, the Hollywood Bowl, and with ensembles such as the Los Angeles Philharmonic and the Los Angeles Jewish Symphony. She's also known nationally, well-respected throughout the Jewish world. She spearheaded multiple cantorial collaborative projects on both national and international levels. She's co-founded 2 cantorial collaborative groups, including Shul Sisters, a cross-country, female-driven cantor trio. I want to add, they're really good. I highly recommend going online and listening to their videos. And they'll be here in March for all of us to enjoy. My friends, our dream has come true. Our hope to attract a cantor as talented, dynamic, and engaging on and off the pulpit is Cantor Rachel Goldman. And as she begins her time with us this evening, here are my 3 hopes for Cantor Goldman. Number 1, if you haven't figured it out already, this cantor is no wallflower. She is not shy. And with her in charge, services are not going to be boring. And so there will be some changes. As you can tell, Cantor Goldman likes to keep worship services varied and exciting, new and vibrant, dynamic and participatory. And while she's an enthusiast of traditional Nusach and prayers, she's not afraid of attempting to set liturgy to the music of Journey, Queen, or Lady Gaga. She comes at the perfect time. In this world in which we live now, in which we struggle to come out of this pandemic, all shuls across the world need to find ways to engage more of our members, to encourage them to come back in person, to pray, to be with us, to get involved in synagogue life. In synagogues, I will tell you, throughout the country, my colleagues across North America and I speak about it every day. How do we get people to come back? Well, we have the answer here at Beth Yeshurun. Cantor Goldman will be a big part of that. How blessed we are to bring in a cantor as dynamic and vibrant as Cantor Goldman at the perfect time to bring all of us back to shul, to be a community again, to be what it's the strength of our congregation together. When we come together in person to see friends, to make new ones, to network, and most importantly, to have our voices lifted on high to God who created all of us, to worship God in tefillah, Jewish prayer. And now we have a cantor who I'm excited to know and I believe will help attract so many. But I hope we'll keep an open mind to some of the exciting modern ways that Cantor Goldman will lead us in prayer. You should know Rachel is not just colleagues, but close friends with the best cantors in North America. At her official installation in November, there will be 18 of the top cantors coming to Houston to help install her. It will be a record for the amount of cantors on one bima in the history of the Jewish people. She's also well respected throughout the cantorial world, already on her way up to the executive committee of the Cantorial Assembly, which will happen soon enough. We can trust that she knows the most current trends, the best and most effective ways to encourage participation, to make our prayer experiences less passive and more active. And even when some changes may make us a little uncomfortable, they may push us a little bit, do things, sing in ways that we've never sung before, can we keep an open mind while appreciating what we now have? My friends, to lead others in music, particularly music dedicated to glorifying God, is a precious blessing. To blend our divergent voices in worship is a challenging opportunity. To engage members of all ages in a place like this in Jewish prayer takes a unique skill set. Fortunately, we have found the ideal senior cantor fulfill these tasks and a lot more. And that brings me to number 2, my second hope. I hope we'll enjoy the fact that Cantor Goldman will be more than just a cantor. Yes, with her musical talent, she will inspire us to lead more spiritual lives, but she also has a genuine passion for modern Jewish life. She truly engages with people, understanding their needs. She's intelligent, well-read, and has studied and completed some coursework in rabbinical school. She actually finds Torah trope to be a very cool thing. Not a lot of people know that it can be a really great thing to do, but she does. And she looks forward to teaching our children, our teens, and adults on how to chant Torah. Cantor Goldman is also passionate about helping to end the stigma surrounding mental illness, especially within our community. Yes, she will deepen our engagement with God and our tradition, but I hope we'll also be open to some of the other issues that she may want to discuss. Let's cherish these new opportunities. Bringing synagogues back to life, a lot of it's also about relationships. Relationships with each other, but also relationships with the rabbis and the cantor. And I look forward to having a cantor that will be just as engaging on the pulpit as she is off the pulpit. She looks forward to genuinely getting to know all of you, really getting to know everyone, all of us, no matter who we are. And number 3, my third hope for our new cantor. Moving from California to Texas, from Los Angeles to Houston, comes with its own unique sets of challenges. I warned Cantor Goldman that Houston is maybe the worst place on earth in July. Life is a little different here. Now, better, of course, better people, better cost of living, a better baseball team. You can take that Dodger jersey and throw it away. But for someone who has lived in LA for her entire life, it's a big change. And let's also not forget that this is the largest conservative synagogue in America. Coming to a place like this can be overwhelming. There is never a boring moment. There are people, after 21 years, I still have not met. There's always things going on, programs to plan, life cycle events to attend, services to plan for. And we have an incredibly diverse congregation. And of course, being the first woman as cantor of our congregation won't always be easy. It's a big change for all of us. Let's help her. Be there for her. Treat her like a mensch, with kindness and with understanding. And by the way, let's also get to know her husband, Chris. Chris, to put you on the spot, stand for just a moment. Chris is a wonderful and successful person in his own right. And I hope we'll all give Rachel and Chris the privacy they may need at times. Lisa and I have been blessed to be part of the Beth Yeshurun family for 21 years. Now let's all do what we can so Rachel and Chris also feel blessed to be part of the Beth Yeshurun family. In our Torah portion tomorrow, Pinchas, it opens up with what is the only time ever read in the Torah, a Brit Shalom, a covenant of peace made between God and Pinchas. And the commentators ask again and again, what is actually a Brit Shalom? A covenant of peace. Rashi gives us one answer. It's God giving Pinchas his covenant of shalom, of peace, is like a man who shows gratitude and friendliness to one who has done him kindness. So here too, God expressed to Pinchas God's peaceful feelings towards him. Chris and Rachel, you have given us so much kindness already. We promise to do the same, to give our gratitude, to share our warmth, and offer our kindness in ways that only we as Texans know how to do. That's who we are. And because of who you are, you only deserve the best. Tonight, our Brit, our covenant, our cantor congregational relationship has begun. And what an incredible one it's going to be. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will. And to this, let us all say, Amen.